referendum, it will really change the life of the Southern Sudanese particularly, because this is a referendum that it came in, even that nobody from Southern Sudan and other world were expected that to happen. But because of the struggle of the Southern Sudanese for a long time, make that change to happen. And because we have a long story, it started since 50s, especially when the Southern Sudanese trying in the Juba Conference 1947.
The Juba Conference of 1947.
Yeah, Juba Conference, so that the Southern Sudan have to own their country, but it failed, and that is why also it led to the war of 1955, which is ended 1972, and that is just only a matter of breaking time, and war started again in 1983 on May 16. So that war is was really very devastated very much, and ended in 2005 when the CPA has been signed in Naivasha, Kenya. And based on that CPA agreement, it is that the Southern Sudanese, they have to decide it either they have to be a part of the Sudan or they have to break away. And of course, the South Sudanese vote in last month, which is in June, January, and they vote. Of course, they vote, and the Southern Sudan make history on the hill that they have to be independent. The Mississippi, they divided themselves. Some they went to Texas, Dallas to register there. They registered there and they vote there. And I and the other group also, we went to Nashville, Tennessee to register there, and we returned back and we vote there. Yes. NCP, that National Congress Party, yes. It is it has been witnessed by the international. So there are a lot of conditions that no anyone, either from the SPLM which I belong to or the NCP, to break the agreement, because it will be tragedy for the Southern Sudanese and for the North too at the same time. So peacefully, like what has been conducted, is one of the conditions that all of us we sign it, and the NCP knows very well cannot break it. And the SPLM, of course, there are a lot of violence, but our leaders, they really play a very good game to be calm down until we did it in January. Yes, first of all, nobody was expected the South Sudan to be break, but for these many decades, and Sudan under war and violence and conflicts, the SPLM have a vision for Sudan to be united under new Sudan constitution. But we were trying, including in Naivasha, the SPLM, and according to the CPA, the unity must be attractive. If the unity is not going to be attractive, then the Southern Sudanese have to vote for their independence, which actually happened, because for 6 years, President Kiir, which is Vice President of the Sudan, and the SPLM chairman, he tried his level best with his group under his leadership that the Sudan must be united. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen because the North itself and many regimes make this agreement to be a little bit, they want to compare it like the previous agreement that has been done. So the SPLM was not have any notion the Southern Sudan to go. But in this of the circumstances that I described to you, make the Southern Sudan to go.
Okay.
because unity is not possible. The challenges are very high, but the challenges also must be maintained. The maintaining of the challenges is started already. You know, during this referendum vote registration and voting, they're not trying to sabotage and to make many differences among the Southerners. But the Southerners, they choose it to have a commonality. They choose it to have a one voice, which really I completely appreciate my people to leave behind them their differences, and they vote for separation of the Southern Sudan. Yes, we are very diverse. We have different languages, different culture, but we are still as the Southerners at the end. And all this is not going to be a challenge, because already the same religion, the same color. We are very much very peaceful people, and we went through a lot of crisis. So there's no room for any Southerner to create a problem among us while we become independent nation, and we are looking forward just only to see the means of development in different aspects. Yes.